Hey guys, this is my first video and this channel is purely for the purpose of clearing CMA's exam, CMA professional exam, and this video is for the purpose of understanding and in the simplified manner of overage chapter, and I've taken two sums, and these two sums comprehensively cover the overage chapter, that secondary distribution area, and one sum is covering everything: primary distribution, secondary distribution, absorption, and finding out the total cost of the unit. So the first sum we have taken is a manufacturing company. Let's get into the sum. And what they are saying is, the manufacturing company has two production departments, P1 and P2, three service departments, timekeeping, stores, maintenance. Departmental distribution summary showed, which is departmental distribution. Already they have distributed something, which is a primary distribution they have done, and we have to do the secondary distribution. For the secondary distribution, the apportionment basis have been given here. So total number of employees, number of requisitions, and machine hours. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, let's take this. Okay, so what they have said, they have a manufacturing department, sorry, manufacturing company. Okay, manufacturing company. In the manufacturing company, there will be production departments and service departments, right? Under the production department, there are P1 department and P2 department. The service department area, there are three departments they have said, which is timekeeping, stores, and maintenance. Okay, this is what they have given. And they have already done the primary distribution part. Primary distribution part, they have they have apportioned the overheads into the five departments, which is amounted to 24,000 for production one department, and 16,000 for P2 department, and 4,000 for timekeeping department, and 5,000 for stores department, and 3,000 for maintenance department. Yes, done. Okay, and additional information they have given, which is totally amounted to rupees 52,000. Okay, and the additional information they have given, which is there are number of employees will be handled by the timekeeping departments. As we said, timekeeping departments provides the service related to employees, stores provides services who were making slips, who were making requisition slips. Third, maintenance departments providing services to P1 and P2 based on the machine, because mainly you can understand that machines are only available at the production department, right? And the maintenance department's work only can be done when there is repairs occurred in the machinery. So obviously, based on the machine hour running, there will be a repair and maintenance. So they are actually split into like that. And the maintenance department provides services based on machine hours. Okay, this is what our understanding is. So three departments: timekeeping, stores, let's take okay, timekeeping, stores, and then maintenance departments. Okay, here we can say that number of employees are there in stores, timekeeping department and maintenance department. So as we already said, timekeeping departments is providing services to, we can understand that timekeeping department is providing services to stores department and maintenance department employees, stores department employees and maintenance departments employees, right? And number of requisitions made by maintenance departments also. So requisition handling is done by the stores department. So stores department is providing services to maintenance department. Maintenance department is providing services to nothing. They are providing services only to P2 and P1 department. Okay, so that's it. So in with this pictorial, we can understand that this is a one-way traffic sum, which is only giving. There is no return. There is nothing is returning from the service concerned department. So only one department is giving to another department is not receiving anything from them. So that's what they are only giving with no returning, with no in return. So one-way traffic sum, we can understand that there is a method called stepladder method. With this stepladder method only, we can apportion the values of service departments to values of amounts of service departments to production departments, right? How this works? Let's take this 1 minute. Okay, so I think our answer is started here. So okay, so we know that first we understood that what are all the primary distribution value apportioned to every departments, like a P1 P2 timekeeping, stores and maintenance. And then we understood that timekeeping department provides services to all departments, stores department provides services to maintenance departments, and maintenance department provides services to nothing, nobody, only nobody in the service department but in the production department, right? So okay, and we have pictorially represented here that no one is returning anything to the giving department. So this is purely a stepladder method we have to understand. And the thing is how we can apportion the overheads from the service departments to the production departments using this stepladder method. Apportioning the overheads of service departments to production departments using stepladder method. Okay, particulars. There are 5 departments: P1, P2, timekeeping department, stores department, maintenance department, right? Yeah, what okay, this is a primary distribution values. Let's take those values here. Distribution, which is 24,000, 16,000, 5,000, 4, sorry, this is timekeeping is 4,000, stores is 5,000, and 3,000 is from maintenance department. Just plug the figures here and let's take one by one department. First, the timekeeping department is providing services to both departments, right? So let's exhaust the values of timekeeping department. Okay, how we can apportion the value? This is done through this number of employees allocation. Number of employees is allocated to 20, allocated as 20, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, right? So TK, which is timekeeping department, the employees allocation is 20 is to 15 is to 10 is to 5, right? Yes, we can rearrange it as 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. So if we total it, 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 10, 4000 divisible by 10 into 4, which is 1600, which is 1200, and 800 for stores and 400 for maintenance allocated. So now we have exhausted the timekeeping department balance. The next department is stores department. Stores department is providing services to maintenance department, right? So let's take stores department. As per ranking, the stores department takes the second place, and we have to exhaust the balance of stores department. We have to correctly exhaust the balance, otherwise there will be a chaos at the, because we have to take the department which is providing more services to another department. So we have to likewise we have to rank it, and then we have to exhaust the balance. That's how this will easily get the steps like step ladder method. Okay. Okay, the stores department is allocated like the slips, number of slips has been raised by the P1 is 12 and P2 is 10, and machinery maintenance department is 3. So now 2 12 plus 10 plus 3, which is 25, 5800 divisible by 25 into 12, which is 2784, which is 2320, and then 696, right? Okay, the last department we have to apportion is maintenance department. What's the balance of maintenance department? 3000 plus 400 plus 696, which is 4096. Okay, how we can apportion 24 2400 and 600, right? So 4 is to 1 ratio. 4096 divisible by 5 into 4, which gives us 3277, and 1, which gives us 819. Secondary distribution. So this is a secondary distribution, which is actually we have been started with 5 departments. Now it's come down to only 2 departments. If we totaled it, we'll get the secondary distribution. Secondary distribution happened only to production 1 and production 2 departments, P1 and P2, right? So 24,000 plus 1600 plus 2784 plus 3277 comes around 31,661. 16,000 plus 1,200 plus 2320 plus 819 gives us 2339. So yeah, the problem is over. As we asked in the question, we have apportioned the service department expenses to the production cost centers. So it is done. So it's a simple sum, and sometimes it might be confusing. By practice, we can easily master this sum. Okay, let's go to the next sum. The next sum is about Super Class Company Limited. Okay, what they are saying, as every question, there will be a production, there will be a manufacturing unit, there are production department, there will be some service department. In this manufacturing unit, XYZ are production departments, A and B are service departments, right? and in the question what they gave is list of overheads and how it can be apportioned by the and its overheads nature given. It's simply a basis we have to apportion, and then expenses of service department allocations they have given, and they asked us to calculate overhead absorption rate per hour in all the three departments, production departments, and what will be the total cost of an article, material cost given, direct labor cost given, and then xyz's hours spent for hours spent. I think this is a working hours sum. Okay, so working hours sum, no, so how many hours of labor or okay, working hours in the every department has been given respectively like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours respectively, and we have to find out the total cost of an article through this sum. And this sum can be easily worked out through 5 steps process, and this is applicable when it comes sums like this in exam also. So what would be the steps? It's a 5 steps approach. The first step is primary distribution, second step secondary distribution, third step absorption rate, fourth step charging overheads to the products, fifth step total cost of an article is total cost per unit, we can say. So this is 5 step process. Okay, okay, we can start. Shall we start like okay, we'll prepare a table. Okay, particulars, total overheads, and the basis of allocation we have, and then x department, y department, x, y, z, a, b, p, production, service. Okay, so 5 departments we have. So let's take one by one. The first one is rent and rates. What's the value of rent and rates, which is 10,000. Okay, rent and rates is mostly classified based on the floor space. So let's take the floor space, which is 4 is to 5 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. So let's just plug the figures here because the values are same. Since the values are same, we can just plug the figures as it is. Okay, 2000, 2500, 3000, 2000, and 5000. If we apportion also, the values will be same. So since it is the same amount, so the next thing is lighting and electricity. 1200 is the total lighting and electricity cost, which has to be apportioned through lighting points. So 20 we can make it as 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 2 is to 1, right? Now 1200 divisible by, okay, 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, so 12. 1200 divisible by 12, so 100 into 2, so as it is we can 200, 300, 400, 200, 100. The next one is indirect wages. Indirect wages will be apportioned on the basis of direct wages, right? So direct wages is 6 is to 4 is to 6 is to 3 is to 1, so it will be 20. 3000 divisible by 20 into 6, which is 900, 4 600, 6 900, 3 450, 1 is 150. So portion. So direct wages, here there is a catch. Direct wages of a service departments are indirect wages for a company. So I'll say again, direct wages of a service department becomes the indirect wages of the company. So we have to take only indirect wages here, no? So direct wages of service department only we have to take, because this is a overheads for the company as a whole. So other three departments will remain nil, and we have to take a direct wages of service departments alone, since it is a indirect wages for a company, right? The next one is power. Power is apportioned on the basis of horsepower of machine. So 12 is to 6 is to 10 is to 2, which is 12 plus 6 plus 10 plus 2, so k 1200, 600, 1000, 200. This is the apportion value. And the next one is depreciation. Depreciation value is 20,000, and the cost of the machinery they have given, so we have to apportion the depreciation based on the cost of the machinery split among the departments, right? So 3 is to 4 is to 5 is to 0.25 is to 0.25. 0.25. Okay, so 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 0.25 plus 0.25, which is 12.5. 20,000 divisible by 12.5, which is 1600. So let's apportion. 4,800, 6,400, 8,000.25, which is 400, 400, right? So last one is other expenses and sundries, just 20,000. Okay, the other expenses and sundries are mostly made in the manufactories only because of the labors. So let's take wages as a basis, and we'll split these expenses as it is. Okay, 6 is to 4 is to 6 is to 3 is to 1 is the direct wages apportionment basis, and the values will be 3,000, okay, 6,000, 4,000, 6,000, 3,000, 1,000. So guys, these are all the overheads happened in the factory, and we have apportioned all those overheads into concerned departments on the basis of their nature, right? So now let's total it. So 2,000 plus 200 plus 900 plus 1,200 plus 4,800 plus 6,000, which is 15,100. So 2500 plus 300 plus 600 plus 600 plus 6400 plus 4000, which is 14,400. 3000 plus 400 plus 900 plus 1000 plus 8000 plus 6000 gives us 19,300. 2000 plus 200 plus 450 plus 3000 plus 200 plus 400 plus 3000 gives us 9,250. 500 plus 100 plus 150 plus 1000 plus 400 plus 1000 gives us 3,150. This is a primary distribution value as per departments. So here we are starting with our second step, which is secondary distribution, right? So what we have what are all the information we have for secondary distribution? The service departments of A and B are allocated as follows. So we are going to use simultaneous equation because that will easily finish us the sum quickly. So let's take it as a working note. Simultaneous equation method, right? So okay, simultaneous equation method we have, and what's the actual what they actually give. A department is providing 10% of their expenses. Okay, so much. Okay, department A is allocating 10% of their expenses to B. So what they are saying, A is equal to what we got here, 9,250 plus 10% of B, 10% of B. B is equal to 3,150 plus 10% of A. Right. So these are all the equation we have. Equation 1, equation 2. Okay, right. Let's start. A is equal to 9,250 plus 10% of B, which is 3,150 plus 10% of A. Let's change this 10% as 0.1. Okay, 9,250 plus 0.1 into 3,150, which is 315. 0.1 into 0.1 will give us 0.01 A. So A minus 0.01 A is equal to 2,250 plus 9565. So 1 minus 0.01, which is 0.99 A is equal to 9565. So A is equal to divisible by 0.99, which gives us 9662. Okay, so if we sub with first equation, A is equal to 9,250 plus 10% of 9662, 9,250 plus 966.2, which is 10,168. Sorry, I think we got the A value, but we have mistakenly did the wrong thing. Wait, we got A value, right? A is equal to 9,250 plus 10% of B. So A is 9662, 9250 plus 0.01 B. So 9662 minus 9250, which gives us 412 0.1 B. So B is equal to 412 divisible by 0.1 gives us 4120. We have found the A and B value. Right. So let's substitute these values here. So we are going to apportion A department as 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 1. 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 1. B department has 4 is to 2 is to 3 is to 1. Is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. Now we have to take these values here. 9662, which is working node. 4120 working node. Okay. We have to show the mark here. Done. We are going to limit to only production departments now with these values. So can the portion 6 divisible by 10, divisible by 10. One 932 2899 3865 966. Okay, 4120 divisible by 10 into 4, which is 1648. 1236 824 412. Now these both departments will become 0, and we have limited the overheads to only production departments alone now. So 15,100 plus 1932 plus 1648 gives us 18,680. 1400 plus 2899 plus 1236, which gives us 18,535. 19,300 plus 3865 plus 824, which gives us 23989. And we have limited our distribution to only production departments now. Second distribution. Right. Okay. Now we are given with the working hours. So we are going to find out this absorption rate per working hour. So working hours per production department X is 4,670, 3,020 and 3,050 for production department Z. So if we divide it, we'll get absorption rate per working hour 18,680 divisible by 4,670, which gives us rupees 4 per hour. 18,535 divisible by 3020 gives us rupees 6. 23989 divisible by 3050, which gives us rupees 8 per hour. Right. Now our fourth step. What's our fourth step? Let's minimize it. Okay, what's the fourth step? Fourth step is charging overheads to the products. Okay, how many departments we have? X, Y, Z, and how many hours have been spent by one product in all departments, which is a base quantity, which is how many hours? 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Okay, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Okay, and then we have absorption rate, right? We found, so absorption rate per hour actually, which gives us overheads. Absorption rate per hour is 4, 6, 8, 8, 18, 32. 8 plus 18 plus 32, which gives us 58. So every one product takes 58 rupees of overheads. So this is what we found here. The step 5 last method, total cost per unit total cost per unit. So in the question itself, they have clearly given that the direct materials per product is 80, labor cost is 40. So direct material 80, direct labor 40. So prime cost is 120 plus overheads. This is what we found in fourth step, right? Which is 58. 120 plus 58 gives us 178. This is a total cost spent per unit we have found, and with this we are winding up this sum. That's it. Actually, this process only take sometime the primary distribution and secondary distribution. After that, this will be a cakewalk, so we can easily complete this sum. And I hope you guys have understood, and I'll come with a new concept and new sums, like one comprehensive sum for head tomorrow. And till then, bye.